Hey girl, hey, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Misha. Thank you guys for joining me yet again for another review. We are back, y'all, with a brand new review and season of the Belle Collective, season 2, episode 1. The Bells are back in the M-I, crooked letter I, crooked letter I, humpback I. I know that's right, baby. Mississippi pride. Baby, we are back. I was like, okay, no intro, honey. It's giving love and marriage, Mississippi. Okay, Carlos, I see what you're doing here. Okay, let's stay focused. But y'all, they are back. Okay, so when the episode first opens up, Latrice is in the kitchen cooking up a feast for her King Cliff, honey. You know how they like to do, child. The cameras are up, so Latrice is giving us scene action. Baby, them pots were just as dry. I said, look at Latrice. Child, she play all day. So anyway, she's on the phone with her publicist, and she's like, this is the new and improved Latrice. So she's telling us, that the girl is back. She feeling good. And she said that she feels a little bit bad, though, because she's been so busy that she hasn't had a chance to be in the kitchen to cook for Cliff. Okay. So you started cooking for him during filming. Got it. But Latrice is a boss. She started her business with $300, and now she's like building an empire. She said Cliff wants her to retire and be a stay-at-home wife. Absolutely not, ma'am, honey. We know he was saying that all last season. Clifford. We're not going to be able to do it, honey. We're not going to be able to do it. So they're talking about, putting together a tea for the ladies, which is her and her publicist. That's what they're talking about on the phone. So while they're talking about that, Cliff wakes up and he comes in, right? The smell of bacon will do it every time, won't it? Every time I smell some bacon, I'm waking up. So anyway, he come on in there. He sits down and she's like, let me serve you. Okay, Beyonce, let me cater to you, 'cause baby, this is your day. Honey, get into it. So she was like on the phone, she talking to her publicist. She was like, girl, I got to hype him up. Latrice is a mess. I do like her and Cliff's dynamic, though. It's like she don't pay him no mind. He all in her business, child. She gonna still do her. She gonna still give her zhuzh, honey. He want a baby. She's like, absolutely not. He's like, well, why not? She's like, 'cause the hell I said so. And I love it. I love the fact that she stands in it. I said no. I said what I said, and I ain't changing it. I know that's right. Moving forward. So then she tells us, that their age difference is 20 years. We already know that because we know that from last season, right? She said he's controlling. He wants to be around her 24/7. So then his daughter comes in the kitchen and Cliff is like, your mom is cooking breakfast. She said, oh, okay, so you're trying to be funny. Honey, and is. Latrice said that her and his kids have like a strange relationship because they feel like she's closer to their age. So they don't treat her like a mom. They treat her like a homegirl. I can understand that. I mean, because his daughter is 18 years old. She said Cliff has 5 kids, 4 sons and 1 daughter, and the sons live in a different state. Latrice is just not the domesticated type, and that is okay. Everybody is not that girl. She loves her husband, but at the same time, she wants to keep her identity, and I appreciate that. So she was just basically saying that her and Amber are more like friends versus her being her stepmom, and so Cliff brings up them having another child. She's like, it ain't gonna happen. Okay, I told you last season, I'm going to tell you again this season. Ain't going to happen, Captain. She said on a scale of 1 to 10, she's at a 0 with wanting a baby. He's like, well, I feel like you too busy. She was like, you busy too. Cliff want that baby and probably going to leave all the responsibility to Latrice. I feel like men always want to have a child, but they don't understand what comes along with it. And then they get busy miraculously after the baby gets here. Absolutely not. I feel like if she really is against having a child, then she shouldn't do it. Because in the end, everything is going to be on her. She going to resent Cliff. The baby going to be crying, honey. Of course, if it's a girl, it's going to have some goddess length. So that's cool. But at the same damn time, if you don't want to have no kids, don't have none. That's how I feel about it. Cliff just want to lock you down. Clank, clank, honey. And he ain't fooling me. Moving forward. So she says she thinks that, their love will withstand the test of time because their love is so strong, even if she doesn't have a baby. That's what they saying in the confessional, right? So he gonna look at her and say, well, it's more than one way to have a baby. She said, oh, okay, you gonna do a Glenn and we gonna do a divorce. When I tell y'all, I hollered at that. But Latrice, I think what he's saying is maybe y'all could get a surrogate. Honey, Latrice said, I don't want to change no diapers. I don't want to get up in the middle of the night, honey. I don't want no bags, honey. I'm still giving my zhuzh. Absolutely damn not. In the next scene, Letitia is back and bossed up. Do y'all hear me? Bossed up. I see that season 2 wig, sis. Honey, we done with the synthetics over here on this side. I know that's right, honey. The checks are cashing. She said, she's been meditating, she's in the gym, and it's all about her. Yes, ma'am. Once you drop the dead weight, that glow up be something serious. Honey, good HD lace, waist invisible, edges is back like they never left. You should have been dropped, Glenn. But child, anyway, I love it. Okay, I love to see it. I love every little bit of this. Honey, this season 2 glow up right here is everything. She said she recently opened Letitia Enterprise, and that houses several different businesses. She still does her brunches, and she's still going to complete Ferris Street. Now, I really do hope that we see some type of action with Ferris Street. I'm hoping it doesn't give us the Comeback Group. I hate to cross-reference the shows, but this is on, okay? And it's a lot of comparisons to Love and Marriage Huntsville, and we're going to get into that as we get into it. Moving forward. She said her business life is great, but her personal life, it's on the struggle bus. It's okay, sis. It's okay. It happens to the best of us. Listen, I knew last season, the way Glenn was skinning and grinning at that singer you had hidden in that closet, that he wasn't no good. I knew it. Baby, when you had air in that closet and she came out to get some air and he was skinning and grinning like he was about to walk her out, I knew right then. I was like, Glenn cannot be trusted. Girl, he should be lucky to have you. Because, honey, look at how he looked, child. And this is woman's husband, child. I'm just going to say that he should be happy to have you. And also, Letitia, now I don't know if you listen to these reviews or not, honey, but I am not going to take it easy on Glenn. I don't give now damn about Glenn. I really don't. I'm just saying. So she tells us she's living back with her mom. And her and Glenn are currently separated because of the tea that came out at the reunion about the baby. I know y'all remember that if you watched the reunion. So she said when he reproposed, she found out that he was still texting and DMing other women when he was offshore. Didn't I tell y'all? Well, y'all probably weren't listening to me back then. But for those of you that were, I said that you cannot be trusting these men when they work offshore. They got nothing but time to act up. Child, don't ask me how I know. Please don't ask me how I know. But I know. Then Glenn and his piece and chain show up to pick up their son, Josh. Hey, sir. He's like, I just can't believe we doing this. How you can't believe it? No, you didn't believe she was going to leave. See, that's the thing. Men always cheating and then get surprised like, I can't believe you left me. I can't believe you cheated on me. What are you talking about? But see, I'm liking and admiring that strength that Letitia pulled up from the ground. Because I didn't think Letitia was going to be able to do it. But the fact that she walked away and let him know you will not continue to play in my face, I love that for her. Like, she can't believe you were doing what you were doing. You caused all of this. So he want to talk about it, honey, because you know how they like to do. They want to force you to hurry up and be over it. Force you to hurry up and talk. No, we're not going to hurry up and talk. I don't feel like talking right now. Your son is here, and we ain't talking. So Letitia was like, no, let's not talk right now, because Josh is here. So let's just talk about it later. You know what? On and Carlos King gonna cast a Tisha to be cheated on if they don't do nothing else. Now I am proud of this Tisha though for not letting him make a fool out of her. I'm proud of her for that. I'm so proud of you. Shout out to Drake. But once he leaves, she start crying, y'all. I hate to see her hurting like that. I really do. The son looked sad because this is who it really affects. I mean, it affects you because you're in the relationship, you're in the marriage. And when you're committed to your spouse, you know, they can break you all the way down. But seeing her son and how sad he looked and then she started crying, I'm like, she is so sweet. Like, I feel like, Letitia, that your son can still experience love from the both of you, just not together. And I never want to see a marriage break up, but throughout this episode, I just don't feel like Glenn has any remorse. I really don't. So she's talking to her mom and she's crying. Her mom is comforting her. And she's like, my life is just so different. Like, it's just so different now. It is different, but it's a good different. Like, I know that's all she knows, you know, because when you are with someone since high school and now y'all are damn near 30, that's a lot of years. And if they've been together 20 plus years, I can almost bet that me and Letitia graduated high school the same exact year. And we're about to be 40. And if you've been with someone since high school, that's a lot. So I just feel like maybe you've outgrown him. And I mean, I don't feel like you've outgrown him. I definitely know that you've outgrown him. Because I mean, girl, he is still dressing like we did in 2001. So I can get to stomping in my Air Force One, sir. Nelly and the St. Lunatics ain't even on the radio no more. Please come into 2022. Honey is giving a whole fool. Child, leave that man over there. Moving forward. In the next scene, Miss Marie Monroe is on the scene, honey. Better known as Marie. Her in this platinum blonde wig, honey, they have stepped up on the scene. She says she's adding more businesses and she's on track to open 5 more methadone clinics. She's the first black woman to own a methadone clinic in Mississippi. Okay, Marie, you better pop your then. I know that's right, girl. She said her and Essie are still in business. That's her right-hand woman, her best friend, her ride or die. And she made it very clear, okay? She let y'all know she is not a lesbian, okay? She said, I love the D. Well, child, they were saying you love the P as well. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, Marie. But thank you for clarifying, honey. She said her and Cedric aren't together right now. Well, child, we knew that, honey, because he was down in Miami, allegedly. That's what they were saying. That's what the streets were saying. She said, she has everyone living with her right now, including her mom. So her mom is there. They're getting reacquainted. And you know what? I'm so happy to hear that. Because last season, I know that was really weighing real heavy on Marie. So I am so happy to hear that her and her mom are back getting reacquainted. She said everything was going well. Okay, everything was going good. Until her son, Jerez's child's mother was shot and killed. With the baby in the car. Oh my gosh, Marie. I'm going to pray a hedge of protection around you. And I am not lying to you. I am so serious. The heaviness that weighs on Marie, even though we haven't had several seasons of this, last season it was heavy. This season it was heavy. It's like, please give her a reprieve, honey. My heart literally dropped when she said that because I was not expecting that. Like, I cannot imagine the scene and what her family is going through, meaning the person who's deceased, what Marie and her family are going through, what the baby is going to go through in the future, and for the baby to be in the car, y'all. Let me tell you something. That baby was in the car and the baby was unharmed. It was definitely premeditated and it was definitely personal. Because, all those bullets, the way she explained that car, she said her and Jerez got a call, out of nowhere to come and pick up her grandson. She said when she got there was so many bullet holes in that vehicle. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I really hate that for Marie. Like, I know she wasn't everyone's favorite last season, but she was good to those women and she was good to those babies. Okay, she gonna take care of her family if she don't do nothing else. Now, she might act a fool out on the streets, but Marie is gonna take care of her family. And I'm sad that his mom was killed. I'm sad, but at the same time, I'm happy that the baby was unharmed and he's gonna have the love of you, the love of his dad. And I know Marie gonna pour all the way into that baby. And I'm hoping her health is on the up and up because, she was, going through some health issues last season as well. It's just a lot, man. It is really a lot. I feel so bad for her. So, she's sitting down, she's talking to Essie, and she was basically just saying that Jerez was on his way to come up there. And I just feel like God really covered that baby. So she was like, I'm just struggling on how I'm going to tell this baby that his mama is not coming back. So then she says that she feels like the responsibility falls on her because she's taking care of Jerez as well. Girl, you still taking care of Jerez? Like, I know he going to school, but with this happening, he gonna have to man up and get a job, honey. He can't be out there having babies and still, depending on his mom to take care of him. Now, I do know that there are situations where the parent just wants you to go to school. I just want you to finish school. Don't worry about nothing else. I'm gonna take care of that. If that's the case, my bad. But I feel like when you start to have children, there's a level of responsibility that you have to take. And I just know in this moment that they're going through a lot. So I'm just hoping that he can get, out of school and graduate and get a wonderful job and take care of his kids. I'm praying that Marie is okay because this right here is too much. So Jerez finally shows up and he's saying in his confessional that he's still in shock. Like, he just cannot believe it and he can't fathom it because he has his mom and he doesn't know how he's going to really explain that to his son, especially telling his son that he doesn't have a mom anymore. Y'all, I was literally crying on this part. When I tell y'all I was crying, because I just cannot imagine this baby growing up with so many questions. He's going to want to know, how was my mommy? And I don't remember this and I don't remember that because he's still little. Oh, child, Belle Collective is just really, oh, honey, this is just too much. Child, let's go on over here to Tambria and her voice. Moving forward. Tambria Cherie is back. Baby, Tambria Cherie is back in the building. Honey, I see that voice is a little bit more toned down. We took out a bundle or two. I like it, honey. We appreciate you. Okay. We've taken out one good bundle. We've toned down that makeup and we've toned down that voice. We love to see it. So she says she just released a new tea and it's in 2 stores. Back at Tisha's office, her friend Tisha shows up to check out the office, honey, and see all the zhuzh. Okay. So they start talking about Tisha getting out of the house, back in the mix, just living life a little bit. So they thinking maybe Letitia should throw a little bit of a gathering, right? So Tisha brings up Tambria's name to be invited to the party. And she's like, oh, your play friend. She was like, why you always say that? She was like, well, I've been knowing you for 20 plus years, and when y'all get cool? Girl, they fine, honey. They friends, honey. They got cool during the show. That's when they got cool. So she's like, well, is there something I should know about Tambria? So this woman gonna say, no, you should ask her if there's something she should know about me. Girl, anyway, this scene was so set up. Why would she need to know anything about you? Shouldn't your issue be with Damon and not Tambria? Like, not ask her if there's something she need to know about me. Shirley, Barbara don't want to know nothing about you, okay? So then on the other side, Tambria and Damon, they're at the fertility clinic, right? And he was in his confessional talking about, I just really want to have a baby with her and I want to marry her. Sir, let's figure out who you are first. So they're there, and she said they're there because they're having a follow-up to her fibroid surgery. Let me just say this to y'all. Pregnancy with fibroids is not for the weak. When I tell y'all that paralyzed me from the waist down, like I elected against getting a myomectomy after I gave birth to my son, because they said that the fibroids could potentially grow back. And I'm like, I'm not about to go through surgery just for them to grow back. So I elected not to have them. But it's very high risk to have a pregnancy and have fibroids as well. And she said she had 39 fibroids removed. It's got to be something. I don't know why us as Black women have so many health issues. Like, it's just crazy. There has to be something that we can do in order to combat these fibroids. Because, I mean, that's what I hear from every Black woman on a reality TV show or just in general. Girl, I got fibroids. Oh, girl, it was hard for me because I had fibroids. Now, I understand her wanting to, get rid of them so that she can conceive and have a healthy pregnancy. And I hope that for her, because when I tell y'all them fibroids ain't no joke. Ooh. So while they doing that, back with Tisha and Tisha, honey, TNT, because there's definitely some dynamite going on over there. She's like, the man that I was telling you about? Greedy? The nickname? Well, girl, his real name is Damon. Baby, Letitia was like, I know you fucking lying. Girl, I don't want to be in it. Child, they always bring it to Letitia. This gonna be a whole fool. This gonna be a mess. Now Letitia gonna be stuck in the middle. So then the shady production pans back over to Damon and Tambria. And I'm just thinking, oh my gosh, they are preparing for a baby whole time. The other T in TNT is over there dropping the bomb on Letitia. So she was like, yeah, we just want to know if we can conceive naturally. So the doctor is like, yeah, have fun. I mean, it's, however your body is reacting and how long you've been having unprotected sex. And she goes, oh no, we haven't been doing that. No, I always use condoms. Okay, now I commend her, because honey, these men be out here in these streets and baby, it's too many diseases going on, and I applaud you and commend you for not wanting to be nobody's baby mama. But ma'am, why are you here at a fertility clinic if you don't know if you're fertile because you ain't had unprotected sex with the man? Honey, I'm not understanding, honey. Even the doctor was looking confused. He said, okay, well, good luck. That doctor was like, get the hell out of here, Tambria. Oh, child. Back with TNT, her friend is like, well, I didn't know how to tell you. So you waited till these cameras came up. But when you saw them together, why didn't you confront him? Are you the side chick? Like, did you come in after Tambria? Like, I'm not understanding how this is going. Like, it's not making no sense to me. In the next scene, it's the day of Latrice's spin on the tea party. She don't like tea and she don't like crumpets. Honey, Latrice, you are me and I am you, honey. I do not do tea. I don't care if I'm from the South or not. Okay? We're going to drink some ginger ale out these cups, child, or something, because I'm not drinking no tea, child. Y'all can have tea. I'm going to have something else. But anyway, they come in and they all got to take a shot. And then Mel shows up, and we all know that Mel is her publicist. I like Mel on this show. Oh, okay, so Carlos got another Tisha and another Mel. Child, it be your own formula. So then Latrice introduces us to So Gucci, Latrice explains, she's a top realtor in Mississippi. She said their husbands know each other. She was like, yeah, they met before I was born. Girl, stop, honey. But I'm pretty sure they did, but I'm just saying. So Gucci tells us that she's the best realtor in Mississippi. She closed $1 million deals last year. Everybody wants to be like So Gucci. She has the funniest, finest husband. To each its own, okay, hunty, to each its own. But I definitely know that husband of hers is from another show, because I watched him on Bring It. And when I tell you he is a character all by himself, him and Cliff together should have their own show outside of Belle Collective. And Cedric, oh, baby, it'll be a whole fool. Now, Carlos, if you take that idea, honey, please bring your girl on board. I'm just saying. So then Tisha arrives, and So Gucci is like, oh, I just loved her dress. Like, it was awesome. She looked beautiful. I loved the color. It was black. But her edges didn't match her dress. I wanted her to slick her edges down a little bit. Girl, what are you talking about? Her edges looked fine. It's giving try hard right out the gate, okay? Now, we have this problem every time somebody comes on for the first season. Please simmer down, ma'am. Honey, not too much on my Letitia. I don't like that, okay? Letitia is my favorite person on this show, and I don't want no problems, okay? So, Gucci. Okay, and we'll be Gucci. Just leave that lady alone. Wasn't nothing wrong with her edges, girl. You just wanted the moment. Girl gone. Moving forward. So they're at the table, and Latrice introduces her boobs, honey. She got a boob lift, and it's Mercy and Grace 2.0. And so she thanks the ladies for coming, and she introduces So Gucci to the group, right? So Letitia's like, is this everybody? Because, it's looking a little scarce. And she said, I know why Marie is not here. So Latrice tells us that Marie accused her of committing Medicaid fraud. And she was like, girl, I'm from the hood. One thing we don't do is snitch. Well, she didn't say it wasn't true. She just said she don't snitch. I called it. I called that, Latrice. Girl, you got to make sure you say allegedly. Oh, child. So Tambria is there as well. And she was just basically saying, maybe it's just not meant for y'all to be friends, because, some people, you've got to block them because God doesn't allow them to come with you where you're going. So y'all know Letitia is sitting on this tea, right? And so she's like, are you still with Damon? Girl, now that was just so random. She was like, yeah, I am. So she asked her if she wanted him to propose before he, gets her pregnant and she unthaws her eggs. Tisha is like, so, he's saying it's only you, right? Tisha, come on now. Now, I know you got the information, but at the same time, don't bring this lady down just because you didn't got this information from this woman. Like, don't do that. She want to tell us so bad, but I'm glad she's not, just jumping the gun, because people will shoot the messenger, okay, with the gun that you jumped. And on top of that, she didn't even really just give you no information. She was just like, yeah, that's the dude I was talking about. Okay, but what have you been doing with said dude? Honey, I just think it's messy. Me personally, I would stay out of it. If you want me to introduce you to Tambria, I will. But I am not going to get in the middle of that. So Tambria in her confessional is like, I know that Letitia is going through something. So everything that she's saying to me is coming from a good place. Child, unbeknownst to her, Letitia is sitting on this tea. So she was like, I'm very confident that I'm the only person that he wants to be with and the only person that he wants to marry. Tambria said, we always have protected sex. I don't know if that's too much. And I think that's smart, honey. Take care of your body. Because nowadays, honey, it's all kind of diseases popping up left and right. Not to mention the old school throwback Thursday diseases, honey. Absolutely not. So Latrice doesn't believe that Tambria and Damon are having sex with condoms. She's like, girl, y'all been together 50 years. What does that mean? Like, what does that mean? So then Tambria was like, yeah, we want to have a baby, but we've never tried on our own. And girl's like, what now? What does that even mean, Tambria? You're at the fertility clinic to figure out if you're fertile, but how do you know you're not fertile? Because you've always used a condom. Girl, goodbye. I said good day. Moving forward. Just say you waiting for marriage and honey, waiting for a storyline. I ain't got time to play with you. So Letitia's still asking questions. She's like, so y'all are just friends? Y'all just hang out then? Tambria was like, no, we're a couple. She was like, oh, a couple of what? She ain't say that, but I like to zhuzh it up. But basically, Letitia was like, girl, let me see if y'all really a couple so I can run this back to Taisha. No. Taisha is being messy boots, honey. And then she going to send you into the line of fire for you to go and ask questions to Tambria. No. So Letitia goes, Like, is a ring the only thing missing? Because, I mean, they still cheat with a ring. Baby, you better preach, honey. You better speak your speech. She's like, I mean, look at Beyonce, Halle Berry, J-Lo. Girl, you left out. Look at me, honey. Please include you, honey, and look at me. Okay, I'm giving all the juice that you could possibly want to give. And he still cheated. So, I mean, it just, the ring didn't mean a thing. Honey, it's giving Kim Zolciak Bierman. Moving forward. So Letitia's like, look, I just want to make sure that he's 100% with you. I just want to make sure that y'all good and he not trying to hurt you. So she starts telling her that Glenn cheated and she wants to know if the baby is his. And she's like, but you know what? You know what I hate about me? If it is his baby, I'ma just take care of it. I'ma still take care of it. Girl say, what now? So Gucci in the confessional is like, girl, please, let him take care of that baby. That's his baby. You do you, because obviously he was doing him. And you know what, Letitia? You saying that, Glenn knows that's who you are. He knows that's your heart. That's why he wants you back. Because, honey, he know you're going to take that baby in and still love on him. And that just gives him free reign to continue to make mistakes. Because he's like, let me just bring her these flowers. Let me just say I'm sorry. Girl, you deserve more than that. Absolutely not. In the next scene, Letitia's at her office and Glenn cheating ass, he show up with apology flowers. And this is my sorry for 2004. Ruben stuttered, take it, honey. No, sir. Okay? The bouquet is not going to work. Take it and shove it up your... Okay, goodbye. So she shows him around the office, honey. Go ahead and brag a little bit. And so he sees the boss. Okay? That's what he's seeing. This is what Glenn is doing. He sees the boss in her and where she's headed, and he wants to be a part of that. And he ain't fooling me. He does not care anything about her feelings or how he treated her. He just don't want to get left behind. She is too pure and kind-hearted to be cheated on. So he's like, well, you know I'm proud of you. She was like, are you? He's like, yeah, and I'm concerned. She was like, yeah, you concerned now because I'm not at home. If I was at home, you'd be like, I'm good. I got her right where I want her, so we're good. Exactly. And I have a question. Why are y'all matching? Okay, let me find out y'all still in cahoots, honey. Let me find out. Not you with the burgundy and he with the burgundy as well. Letitia, girl, I'm not playing with you. I'm not playing with you. He's on punishment. Girl, goodbye. So, of course, he's like, I need my wife. She's like, well, no woman can keep up with you. You need constant attention. I don't want to have to be calling you 20 times a day, making sure I'm giving you attention, had that hanging over my head. Like, I don't want to do that. As you shouldn't. And truth be told, you will always be on edge. You're going to always be wondering if you're doing enough, if he's happy, is he looking at somebody else? You're going to be wanting to check that phone. You're never going to be at ease. I might be projecting, honey, but I just don't see Glenn doing the right thing. I just don't. He's like, well, I'll do anything. Yeah, sure. She's like, you know what? You re-proposed to me and then texted a woman that same night. He's like, you're my son's mom, my wife. And she was all that when you were at that girl's house having sex with her and texting those women thirsting for attention. She was your son's mother and your wife back then too. Anyway, so he's like, am I perfect? No. Am I toxic? A little. She was like, no, you really toxic. He's like, well, I'm not the bad guy you trying to make me out to be. Pause. That one sentence proves that Glenn is still on that BS and he has no real remorse for the hurt that he caused Letitia. He just want to get back comfortable. That's what this is. He just want to get back comfortable. He wants Letitia to say everything is everything, and that's what this is. No. He's like, you need to come home. For what? What is she coming home for? She's like, no, you went to another woman. Like, what made you feel comfortable enough to go into her without protection? Like, why would you do that? He's like, well, that don't mean I don't love you. It doesn't? I think it does. I don't usually cheat and hurt the people that I love on purpose. And when they're having this conversation, y'all, he not even looking her in her face. If you were really remorseful for what you did to your wife, you would be a man and look her square in the eyes. Don't hold your head down. You wasn't holding your head down when you were out there sleeping with them women. So now we got a Tisha, a Mel, and a Martell. Because Glenn is giving me very much outside baby Martell realness. Oh, child, I just cannot, honey. But Belle Collective is bringing us season 1, episode 1. Child, let's continue. Moving forward. And don't even let me get started on the fact that you could have brought her back an STD. An incurable one at that. We don't know this woman. We don't know where this woman has been. So she asked him if it's his baby. She was like, is this your baby or no? Like, is this your baby? I know she wanted to cuss him out, but she's trying to keep it cute because she on camera and whatnot. But I just feel like she deserves better than Glenn and his black and mild lips. Honey, it ain't no way that I would be sitting here having a conversation with Glenn. High school was high school. You've outgrown him. Clearly, he's still stuck back there in 2001. He still want to be in the streets. So release him to the streets from whence he came. And also, any real man would have been like, I don't want you and my son to move out and move with your mom. You stay here. I'll move. I'll leave. But we all know it's giving basura. And that was the end of the episode. Baby, a baby and unprotected sex? And you walking around here talking about you not the bad guy? Oh, hell no. Child, y'all comment down below and tell me exactly what you thought about this episode. I thought this episode was so good. The bells are coming in hot. Let's see what season 2 gonna bring. Season 1 was just a test run. But baby, with season 2, it's so Gucci and that man of hers, I already know it's gonna be a fool. Y'all, please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And as always, stay safe, stay blessed, spread love, not germs. Peace.